Hello, and welcome to No Business Gambling, where we have no business gambling. It's week 5. Boy.
It's hard to believe we've already been 5 weeks into this.
You know what? It might not to you, but boy, I feel like it. Last week was rough. It's your boy, the scam machine, scamming and scheming, Mean Gene, the scam machine Gene.
And it's your boy, Talladega, the pinpoint, the magician at Picks, Talladega.
All right, let's talk about week 4 for a second here. I had a middle of the mall, looked like I bought my chain right in front of Macy's, 4-4, which puts me at, what is that, 18, 15, and 1, which isn't bad. It's not great. I'm not bragging about nothing, but you know, it's positive.
All I can say is after last week, I hopped on a train from Fresno. I was headed to Foxborough, New England, and I hopped off at the first exit because that was the worst pick I've ever taken in my entire life.
Yeah, that's fine. That doesn't count for the other wrong picks that you made just because you betted on the Patriots once. And before I hand you this microphone, sir, the Patriots are dead. You heard it here first. I am giving out a Patriots bet, but it's not what you think it is. We're dead. We got sold. I told you yesterday in the kitchen of the break room of this massive complex that we have here at 4:30 in the morning yesterday that the Patriots were dead. There's only one person to blame, though, and I hold it true that we're only blaming Nick Saban for this. Nick Saban, you piece of shit. You sold us on a dud. You sold us Mac Jones. That guy's a bum.
So I didn't have a lot of great picks last weekend. I really didn't. But you know what I took from last weekend? I took from last weekend where I should have always believed. I should have always believed in my boy, Zach Wilson. The guy, Travis Kelce's mom showed up to the arena in the second quarter, and he just started balling. Like, I haven't seen someone throw the football like that since prime Peyton Manning. Zach Wilson was legit that guy last weekend. And that was my fault. I didn't believe in him that week. And I'm not going to make that mistake again. Mark my word.
I will say, before when we were shooting the podcast last week, while we were just having a little sidebar conversation, he loved the Jets. I'm not going to lie. He ended up taking him, but I ended up making your best bet become my best bet, which, you know, let's just a moment of silence. We had a moment of silence last week from our boy Steph. We're going to do another moment of silence for the Patriots.
Thank you for being quiet.
Thank you, guys.
So, last thing I want to go on about is Miami. I am 0 for 4 on my 5-star plays of the week. I'm 0 for 4. This is going to change this week.
Calling them the 2-star plays.
I really should. I don't even think it's worthy of 2 stars. I think it's worthy of a 1-star 7-Eleven sushi dinner at night at like 1 a.m. So, we are going to turn that around. We're getting rid of the 5-star plays. So we landed 0-4. We're coming up with a whole new play. But besides that, let's just jump right into this week. I am right now, as it stands, 23-1. What are you?
I already said mine, doofus.
You said your record?
Yeah, let me say it again. It's 18, 15, and 1, and I'm beating the shit out of you.
You're beating me by like 5 picks, and that's changing because I know you only take like 7 picks, and I'm taking 14 again.
That's crazy because I got 9. So this week we'd like to introduce we have him live in the studio. He's gone through a lot to get here. He's been, he got stopped in New York. Immigration, his green card just cleared. He's got his work visa. We got him with the best agent at CAA. He comes highly recommended. He used to be a teacher in his village in Mexico, and now he's here with us.
Dude, remember what agent we had to go through to get him?
So there was the customs agent. Now we got him Brett Weinstein. No, sorry, that's not him.
We can't talk about him.
We got him. We got this man Al Steinberg at CAA. He's got him at a 10% deal. Everything goes straight to him. But he's here to do the weather, guys. Our weatherman. And he's going to start us in hot at the Bears-Commanders game. I'm just going to hand the mic over to him. Here. Go ahead and introduce yourself, bud.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And that's right, there's only 2. The first game we have taking place is at the FedEx Field. But do you know what they call me? They call me Captain Crunch Time for a reason. But at the Lakes, they call me the Masturbator. At the FedEx Field, it will be a cool 70, which is primetime weather for them Bears. But who knows if the commies will pull through? Let's take it back to the boys.
That was incredible. That was worth 5 weeks of waiting. My God. Okay. We got the Washington Commanders sitting at -6. The Bears are +6 for no damn reason. The over-under is 44.5. I am staying away from this hot garbage. If anybody's taking this, I imagine that the under of the over-under war that's been going on in primetime games bounces straight back after the over hit with the Jets and the Chiefs. But professionally and emotionally, staying away.
Sidebar, I want you to recall, didn't I call you saying that this was going to be the one primetime game that hits the over?
You did, and I don't believe you.
So, here's what we're doing this week. I gathered some advanced analytics. I know the Thursday night football games are notorious, shout out Big E, notorious for going under. But this year, the Chicago Bears are 4-0 on the overs. Washington is 2-2 on the overs. So overall, they are 6-2 on overs. Sam Howell's about to go wild, and Justin Fields is about to do his bare minimum. You get it? He's about to do his bare minimum to get the over going.
Guys, the whole studio is roaring with laughter right now. You wouldn't believe it.
Dude, hilarious. They're 6-2 on the over this year. Give me the over of 45.
So you know what we do here? We do it best, and we do it better than anybody else, including Barstool, Fliff, who name it, those weirdos from that other Bears, Betting AG, MyBookie AG. We do it better than all those guys.
BetOnline.ag.
BetOnline.ag.bookie.org. We're jumping in next to Over the Lake, Jaguars, Bills. Buffalo's sitting at -5.5. Over-under sitting at 48.5. Let's cut it to Mr. Toastman, Cinnamon Toast Crunch Time himself for the weather.
Thank you for that, Mean Gene. And like you said, we're jumping across the lake to London, unfortunately. But, calm in London, it's going to be cloudy because the sun never shines there. It'll be a cool 76. Don't know why the Jags and Bills are there, because nobody likes that place anyways. Guess they had to find the scraps and send them there. Back to the boys.
He's worth every penny, guys. Oh, my God.
You don't understand the amount of editing we have to do for laughter in between takes.
This episode is electric. Do we know if the Jacksonville Jaguars stayed over the lake?
They did. I know that for a fact.
Okay, good, because Jaguars +5.5 is probably the easiest bet of your life, and count me in for it, because that's what I'm taking, because Bills are coming in, even if they're on the East Coast, they're coming in exhausted, they're flying in. Give me the people that have been there eating beans on toast and just sitting in that great drinking, English breakfast every morning. Give me those boys. Those boys are rested, they're healthy, and they're used to those London silly nannies.
I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm staying out. I don't like it. It's a trap game.
Yeah, you can trap your money in a bigger bank account. You can go ahead and upgrade yourself to a new tax status.
Remember, Swiss.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. So, ride with me. Jags 5.5. Easy money. They might win this game. I don't know. Titans, Colts. Tennessee Titans sitting in -2. Over-under is 43. I've been a little fan of the Colts, betting on the Colts here. Stayed away from them last week. I can't remember. Colts +2 because I think, what's his name starts?
CJ.
No.
AR.
AR-15. I think he starts. I think Tennessee beating the Bengals last week was just a fluke. Bengals are dead. I think that Colts win this one. I think Colts defense pretty good.
So, remember how I said earlier that there's no 5-star. I'm not doing a 5-star play again. Like, we're coming up with something new. So, I have got my guaranteed locksmith proof. We've got the Indianapolis Colts +1 as my locksmith proof lock of the week. We're taking +1. Then on the side, we're going to double dip. We're taking money line as well.
So, for those who are following along with the competition here, you are teasing that +1? How are you getting that +1 there, bud? You taking that morning of? You hope the line shifts? What's up?
The line's at +1.
That's where it says +2.
Dude, I can give you right now that we're at +1. So maybe I got my lines wrong. I'll take the +2. I don't care. That's better for me.
Yeah, we just had our boy, what's his name? Derek in the back. Derek, thank you for, it is at +2. So,
I appreciate that, Derek.
Yeah.
So that's better for me. I'll take the +2 in my
yeah,
line.
get out of here. Just trying to scheme around. Saints, Patriots. Patriots at -1. Over-under is 40. You would think with how bad the Patriots did last week that I'm staying away from this betting-wise, but I'm going back to my roots. I'm going back to little 6-year-old me in the Drew Bledsoe jersey. That's how far we're going back. Roots. We're going Patriots, Saints, under 40. It's going to be a quiet game. It's going to be bad. Patriots probably win. I'm going to say that the score is probably going to be 15-7. Patriots under. Sorry about last week. It won't happen again.
I love that pick. I had that written down. New Orleans versus New England, under 40.5. You want to hear a padlock stat for that?
Sure.
They're 7-1 on the unders this year. New England, I think, is the only team to have had the over. Both teams are god awful at going over. They're 7-1 on unders. Give me the under.
Ravens. Going down to, what does this say? Acupuncture Stadium?
Just call it Heinz Field.
Sure.
Just call it Heinz Field.
Acrisure Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Baltimore sitting at -4. Over under 38. God, look at Kenny Pickett's cute, dumb little face here. 4 TDs, 4 interceptions.
He's not playing this week.
Good. You know what? That's probably good for the Steelers because Kenny Pickett sucks. I'm staying away from this game.
So I made a rule where I'm not allowed to bet on Steelers games, but since we suck this year, I'm breaking that rule. Give me the under of 38.5. This matchup right here is historically going under. The record this year is 6-2 on unders of the year. Give me the under of 38.5.
Did you just start paying for Stu Finder's bets? Because that's all his bets are. I've heard is that the ones you pay for online, it's literally just unders because that's the safest bet in football.
So I'm just doing what the math tells me. I'm a big statistics guy. For the first couple weeks of the season in all of sports, I'm all about the vibes guy. I'm a vibes better. But once we get into week 5 and 6 and we got some statistics, I'm a big statistical better.
You know, you're a big statistical better, and I'm a big conspiracy better. Domes make it hotter.
Are we really still talking about this?
Math. We're going. So follow me on Twitter at the mean scam machine gene, or X or whatever it's called. We're going to have somebody live with the temperature in the stadium before the game starts and then halftime. And if it is hotter, math.
You want to do a push-up bet again with this? We'll find out what
We still don't know what happened last week because nobody's told us. Nobody's watched.
I don't think anybody would care to go watch that again.
No, because nobody believes you can do 20 push-ups.
That's wild. So what we're gonna do here, 10 push-ups if the dome is not hotter than it is at the start of the game. So if it doesn't go hotter at all by halftime, 10 push-ups.
Deal.
Bet.
Call me Patrick Beverly with the Bev here. I'm drinking a squirt. How you doing? We're rapid fire time now. We're starting with the first game, 10 in the morning, because we watch it specific time. Texans Falcons. Atlanta's sitting at -2. Over-unders 41.5. This is my... No, you go first.
I like the Texans here. Give me +2. The Falcons are dead. Bijan's a goat, but they just used their team wrong. So give me the Houston Texans +2.
I think, what was it? The first week it was this is why I get up early. Second week I can't remember. Third week was a blur. Last week
The Jesus.
it was all about Jesus. I'm just going to say that I don't know where I was January a few years ago. But I do know one thing, that after what I witnessed last week, this is my Stroud boy strapped up with a skull mask on. I got the full kit. I got the Type 3 plates locked in. I'm open carrying. Stroud boyed up. Bet of the week. Texans +2. Stroud is the man. He's him. If you look at his Instagram profile, it says I'm him. Where'd they find this guy? I don't do college. Where'd they find this kid?
He went to Ohio State.
I don't know where that is, but he's great. And the Texans are going to beat the shit out of the Falcons.
Just as a side note, No Business Gambling doesn't support any political agenda. We don't support any Twitter agenda. We don't support anything. We're just here for talking about picks.
Yeah, I'm a Stroud boy.
Yeah, I understand that. I just need to let the viewers know that we don't support any political agenda.
What does being Stroud have to... You're not Stroud?
It has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with it. But you did insinuate you were somewhere around January.
No, I just said I don't know where that was. I definitely wasn't a Stroud boy.
You weren't a Stroud boy back then?
No, definitely was a Stroud boy.
But now you are.
Big Stroud boy now.
Okay, then.
10 in the morning. Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. We got the Panthers. We got the Lions. Lions are sitting at -9.5, man. I hate it. Over-under's 45. Man, you know what? I think the Lions win, but I'm staying away from this one. I don't like the spread.
I'm staying away from this too, dude. I'm being very cautious this week after last week's atrocious. Actually, no. Never mind. I just read on my paper. I have this game. I've got this game. I've got the under of 46. Now, you want to hear some advanced analytics right here, Gina?
Sure, go ahead.
The under for these teams has hit 5. They're 5 for 3 this year on unders combined. So the under is mathematically favored in this matchup. I think the Lions score a lot. The Panthers don't.
Okay, so by that, if we're talking math, nobody knows it better than our weatherman. And we did math today. That means, do we know if Ford Field's a dome?
Is it?
Can somebody look that up? It's not a dome. Thank you.
Not. Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Shannon. Moving on to the next 10 a.m. slot here. Giants, Dolphins. Dolphins at -11. Over-under's 48.5. After both these teams' abysmal weeks last week, I'm staying away. I don't even care to watch this game, to be honest.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm staying away. I don't like it.
Scooting on over to Glendale. Shouts out worldwide. Arizona. Bengals, Cardinals. Bengals sitting at -3. Over-under's 44.5. I'm checking the sheet. My sheet says, nah. Literally what it says. I wrote down this game, and I wrote down the spreads and the team totals, and I literally wrote 4 letters down. N-A-H-H. Nah. Means I'm staying away.
I really like this game, actually. I really do. I think Josh Dobbs can get in the end zone 3 times. Give me the Cardinals team total over 20.5.
Going on down to Inglewood, California for the old Eagles-Rams. I know 2 people personally on the ground floor of this game. Very excited for this game, and I feel bad for them because the Eagles are going to beat the shit out of the Rams.
I have a question for you. Do you think we can get like a video of them live so we can put on the next podcast of them giving like what the weather was like?
Yes.
All right, bet.
Because at this show, we give you guys the power. You guys call us or contact us, I'll jump out a window. Talladega will jump out a window. Toaster might fly across the country to try to get a visa. I don't know. We will get the job done, and we will make sure that you have the information that you need to make the best bet possible, because that's what we do here on No Business Gambling. So yes, more yes. That being said, Philadelphia Eagles -4.5. Over-under's 50.5. I just looked at my sheet. I'm staying away, but I will enjoy this game. I'm sure it's going to be a banger. 50 points is a lot for an over. If it was like a 48, I'd slam the over, but I don't like it. But it's going to be a good game for sure.
So here I've got another statistical bet. I got the over of 50.5. The overs this year for the 2 teams combined are 5 and 3 hitting the over. I like it. I like both offenses to do a lot. I don't like the Rams defense to really stop the Eagles. So I think if the Eagles can get into the end zone like 4 times, we'll be chilling because the Rams are going to get into the end zone a lot. Give me the over 50.5.
I just realized that we have a Jersey Jerry essentially on our show now because we got our weatherman. But the difference is that our weatherman works. Jets, Broncos, 2-1-3 nightmares going at it. Denver -1.5 for no reason. Over under 43.5. You know what? I'm going to go with the better Wilson here. I'm going to go with the better, faster, more experienced, the Wilson that shows up early, gets the job done. There's no I in Team Wilson, even though there's an I in Wilson. And that Wilson is Zach Wilson. I'm taking the Jets at plus 1.5 solely based off the fact that they almost beat the Pfizer City Chiefs last week. And for that point alone, they're going to steamroll and or absolutely dominate the Denver Broncos.
I love where your head's at right there. I love it. I have the Jets plus 1.5, whatever it's at, and I'm taking a money line. I don't care. The Broncos are dead. They're going to tank to get Michael Penix in the draft. Michael Penix is a dog, so they'll be really good with him. But give me the Jets plus 1.5 and money line.
Going on to the last afternoon game in the slate of games. Another big one here. The Chiefs and Vikings. Chiefs sitting at -4, over under 52.5. Even though I hate the Chiefs so much, they're trying so hard to get you guys to like them. It's ridiculous. Everybody hated the Patriots because they were so damn good, and we won 6 championships and rubbed it in everybody's face. These guys won 2 of them, and they just can't help themselves when they're commentating and just being like, "This next dynasty, guys. This next dynasty, let me tell you." They're trying to get you to enjoy this cute little, like, "Hey guys, this is the NFL's dynasty. This is our team. We got Taylor Swift. We got booster shots. We got all the stuff you guys like. We got a young Patrick Mahomes. You guys like him. He wears Oakley glasses, right, guys? You like him? He's cool. He's super cool young Kenny Powers guy, right? Fans, we like him. They suck, but you know what? It sucks to take them because -4 is easy. So I'm gonna take Chiefs -4, even though I hate it, and I hope I lose. I hope I don't get it right. I hope the Chiefs don't cover, and I hope the Vikings actually pull through and win this. But for the record, Chiefs -4.
I'm not going to lie, I wasn't going to take this game. I really wasn't. But now I'm just sitting here and thinking about it. The Chiefs are due. I don't think Taylor Swift's going to go to Minnesota for this game. It's going to be the first game where Taylor Swift hasn't shown up in a bit. Give me Minnesota plus 5.5. I don't care. I'm going to become a madman here. Give me plus 5.
Moving over to the Sunday night game, Cowboys, 49ers. San Francisco is sitting at a healthy -4, over under 45. Cutting over to our boy for the weather.
Thank you, Mean Gene. Looking cute as usual. We have the Cowboys versus Niners game at Levi's Stadium, the place where Elton John had a masterclass of a concert, by the way. It's going to be a nice 76. But who knows who's going to win this one? My money's on the Cowboys.
Bold statement there, Colin. Bold statement.
That I'm going to need Jamie to pull up the stats on that. Is that your first lock of your entire career?
I wouldn't lock it in, but if I was to say the first game that the Niners would lose, I would say it would be against the Cowboys because it's the most Niner thing they could do.
With the fresh legs, I like where his head's at. I am personally taking the over. Over 45. I know that I'm a big primetime unders guy, but big rivalries, big primetime games, usually in the mid-40s is a safe bet to try to hit the over because Christian McCaffrey's getting, 2-3 touchdowns a game. The Cowboys' defense is immaculate. 49ers' defense is immaculate. They're going to score touchdowns. There's going to be pick sixes. There's going to be fumble recoveries for touchdowns. I like the over.
The funny thing is, you talked me out of taking this game for the over. You talked me out of it. So I'm going to stay away because I feel like there's something fishy going on here. But this is 2 games in a row where I'm staying away. That's crazy.
This is a no business gambling first here. Scooting on down to the last primetime game here. Packers, Raiders. Packers sitting at only -1. Sad. Over under 44.5. Cutting to our man with the Doppler. Got the Doppler in his pocket.
Thank you for that. And if you're going to take a stroll through the Mojave Wasteland with me, we're all hoping for a nuclear winter here because it's going to be a hot 89. Yes, there is a dome, but you have to think as it. If it's a dome, it's just going to get more hot, you know? Math. It's going to be Vegas versus Packers. Don't like this one, fellas. Back to you, boys.
You know what? I have, and you can look at this. On this piece of paper, it says Green Bay -1. I'm erasing that.
Oh.
I'm erasing that. I'm staying away from this game because math. Because math. It's hot.
It's gonna be hot.
And a dome traps heat. Math. I never thought about. I'm taking that bet off. I'm staying away from this game. You know what? I changed that. I discount triple check that. I'm taking the under 44.5
Because you think they're gonna.
because it's hot, and math. And thank you for saying that there's a dome because they make that pretty lady on Sports Advisor say that there's a dome. So we should probably make sure that our pretty dude says that there's a dome.
So with the modern day domes, they can filter air through. They filter air through, so the weather it's probably gonna be like a cool 70 or 75, something like that in there. I'm gonna stick with my pick. I'm gonna take Green Bay -1, Green Bay money line. Like I could care less. That's hidden.
So that wraps up another hot, sweaty week here at No Business Gambling. It's hot and sweaty because we have somebody working on the AC, but they're replacing the AC on the roof because I don't know, it's getting a little swampy in here. You know what I'm saying? Just like these bets. So we're gonna recap my bets here. We know where I'm sitting, and that's fine. We're gonna hopefully get better. This week won't be it though. We got the Jags +5.5, Colts +2, Patriots under 40 points. That is Jets +1.5, Chiefs -4, Niners, the game that we're referring to, over 45. And we took the Raiders in the heat of the moment because it's hot, under 44.5. My best bet, being the Stroud boy that I am, is the Texans +2. And yeah, before I give it to Talladega, I think we're going to have our very own weatherman give us a few of his picks. Go ahead and spitball with me, brother.
And some of you might call me the people of London because all the men in London have badges. You might call me badges for taking these picks, but they're safe picks, and here's what I'm calling them. So I'm just saying, here are my NFL elevator hits of the week. Tyreek Hill over 88.5 yards. Hit the over. Hit the over as hard as you can. Place your house on it. Trust me, it'll hit. Another one we have is Garrett Wilson over 59.5 yards. Look, they've been hitting them more often. I think we should hit them too. Let's run it, boys.
So my picks, Talladega's picks of the week, are Chicago and Washington over 45, Baltimore versus Pittsburgh under 38.5, Carolina versus Denver under 46, Houston +2, New England, New Orleans under 40.5, Indianapolis +1 or +2, Indianapolis money line, Arizona team total over 20.5, Rams, Philadelphia over 50.5, the New York Jets +1.5, New York Jets money line, the Green Bay Packers -1, and Minnesota +5.5. Oh, and I do want to point out, I'm taking Green Bay because they're 3-1 against the spread.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm staying away from that game. That's another week here at No Business Gambling, where we have no business gambling. We'd like to thank you. We'd like to. That scaffolding just fell from the ceiling. I hope you know that.
We're building a dome.
We're building a dome because we want to be able to keep the heat in because it's going to be a long winter, boys. It's going to be a very long winter. It's only week 5. We got, I don't know how many weeks to go after this because I was bad at math, but that's okay.
We got 13 more weeks.
Thank you. My man knows math. This your boy, the Mean Gene Scam Machine, scamming your money, giving it to the poor. Call me Robin Hood. Signing off.
And it's your boy Talladega here giving you the surgical statistical picks. Call me a mathematician. Call me Albert Einstein.
Captain Clutch time, moving to the next safe house.
We're going to have to find a... Nobody has a better sign off than that, that's for sure.
No one does.